Basic kick, they talk about several different types of front kick. The biggest thing with a front kick is you want to kick with the ball of your foot. So just like if you're standing on the balls of your foot, standing on your toes, your weight is on the ball of your foot. You're getting your toes out of the way. That's the way that you want to kick as well. Let's lose the shoes. So for your basic front kick is the only kick that you do where your heel is not set directly towards your opponent, but it is going to turn. You always want to be up on the ball of your foot when you kick. That again, you start from the ground with that push and it lifts up, puts your body weight into it. So for a front kick, the first thing you do always in a kick, you push, you twist, back leg front kick, the knee comes up, all right? That's called chambering the kick. You want to twist and chamber the kick. You want to extend it and push it out with the ball of your foot. Bring it back into chamber and back down. So you twist, hip starts to come forward, knee comes up, and you extend back and down. All right? You want to not bang your joints on your knees just as much as you don't want to bang your joints when you're doing punches. So for combat, the way you're going to get your heart rate up is to be more constantly moving. You don't want it to be slow, but you want it to be able to push out and back. So knee up, push out, back. All right? There is also a push kick where it's a knee up and you literally are pushing. All right? Two different types of front kick. For your round kicks, again, important point. First thing that happens is if you're kicking a back leg round kick, actually they always do front leg round kicks. So they always do a step in. When you step in, turn your foot away from your opponent. If I'm kicking here, my heel and my foot is directly in line with where I'm going to kick. What this does is this takes the side load off your knee. You also are not going to be as flexible that way as you are this way. All right? But the big thing is that side load. And it puts your weight going into your kick. So they step and set the heel and the knee comes up. When you step and that knee comes up, again, it's in a line here. You almost want to drive your hip forward and arch your back a little bit. That gives you a little bit of tension here. Then when you kick out, you're kicking past and you come back. So, step, knee up, kick, back, and down. One more time, a little faster. Step, kick, and down. Kick, and down. You keep your hands up. You can set it out like this to help you balance, but you want to here, back, and down. This hand is going to stay here. It's either going to cover your chest or your face. Same thing on the other side. Step, knee up, kick, back, down. Step, knee up, hip, butt flexed. I mean, you're pushing your hips forward. Kick out, pull it back, and down. Side kick. I mentioned that side kick comes from right here. Shoulder, all the way through your hips, are pointed at your target. Your side kick is going to come out and push into a straight line from your heel, through your hip, into your shoulder. You can put your hand here, you can put it out, you can have it here. All right? It can balance. You don't want it way up here. All right? You also don't want it down here. If your hand goes down here, you're going to turn too far, and you're doing a combination back kick, side kick, and there's no power in it. All right? So, they step, knee up, extend, back, down, step back. Set that heel. Power comes through the hip. Knee up, kick, back, down. Same thing on the other side. Step, back, and down. Every time you get in that habit, knee up, boom. That's where the power comes from. One of the things that I learned when I started Taekwondo, how to get that, is to put a small chair or something right there and stand next to it so that you have to lift your knee up over it. And then you kick back, boom. You never want to touch that. That's going to get your knee to go out and keep that dead leg from happening too. Last one, actually not last one, last two. Back kick. Back kick they cover pretty well, but you want to be looking over your shoulder, and it's just a really short kick, right up off the floor. But again, it starts, your power comes from the set foot, through your knee, hip, and out. So there's a little bend and it extends. That foot is totally heel towards the target. The last one that they do quite often is that scissor front kick. They call it a jump front kick. They start out with a step and kick, okay? You can do that in two ways. You can go up or you can go out. If you go up, the first movement is all up. The second one is more of a long step, and you're going to kick. However you do that, you've got to stay within your skill set. If you go too far and you've got too much momentum, you come down with that leg side loaded, you can hurt your knee. If you go up too high, you come down wrong, you can twist an ankle. So stay within your skill set, even if that means you're only doing that when they do it. It's still a very hard cardio move, all right? But you can also really launch and get up and make sure that your whole body goes up. Really drive with that back knee up and kick. I think that covers most of the basics that they use.